I told you all that I was the greatest of all time when I beat thunderous. I told you today I'm still the greatest of all time. Never again defeat me. Never again say that I'm going to be defeated. Never again make me the underdog until I'm about 50 years old. That's right. Then you might get me.
Welcome to Muhammad Ali's 50th birthday celebration from the Wiltern Theater in Los Angeles. Starring in order of appearance, Dustin Hoffman, Whitney Houston, Aykroyd, Howard Purcell, The Four Tops, Hammer, Wilma Rudolph, Billy Crystal, Blair Underwood, Raven Simone, The Pointer Sisters, Sinbad, Charles Dutton, Sugar Ray Leonard, Tony Danza, Ella Fitzgerald, Little Richard, Muhammad Ali, Diana Ross, and from South Africa, Nelson Mandela. Ladies and gentlemen, Dustin Hoffman.
Good evening. Tonight we're here to honor one of the most remarkable athletes of all time, celebrating his 50th birthday, ladies and gentlemen, the greatest, Muhammad Ali. He told me backstage he was tricked into this. Now, on occasions such as this, you might think that we're going to go on and on about the incredible record this man has achieved in the ring. You might think that we're going to talk about what a great humanitarian he is. You might think that we're going to rave about his accomplishments as a leader of social causes, a man of courage and conviction. And you might think that we're going to talk about a man who has raised untold sums of money throughout the world to help the poor and the needy. Some of you might think we're going to reflect back on the more humorous aspects of his career and have some fun at his expense. Well, if that's what you think, if that's what you think, you're very perceptive. And to start this evening's program, we have one of the few people in the world who even Ali acknowledges as prettier than he is, Miss Whitney Houston.
My goodness. You know, when I was born, Muhammad Ali was already the heavyweight champion. So I never knew a world without Muhammad Ali. Then when I was just a young teenager, I went to the theater and saw a movie called The Greatest. It was about the life of Muhammad Ali. I thought you were the most marvelous man I'd ever seen. And in that movie, there was a song. This song was as inspirational as you were. I loved the song as I loved Muhammad Ali. And a few years later, I had the opportunity to record it. I've sung it many times in many places to many people. But this is the first time I've had the opportunity to sing it to the greatest, one of the greatest men of all. I love you. I believe the children are our future. We gotta teach them well and let them lead the way. Show them all that beauty they possess inside. Give them a sense, give them a sense of pride. It'll make it easy. Let the children's laughter, let it remind us how we used, my Lord, we used to be. Everybody's searching for a hero. People need someone to look up to. I've never found anyone who fulfilled my needs. It's a lonely, lonely place to be, but I learned to depend on me. I decided long ago never to walk in anyone's shadows. If I fail, if I succeed, at least I live as I believe. No matter what they take from me, they can't take away my dignity. Because the greatest love of all is happening to me. You and me, me and you. I found the greatest love of all inside of me. The greatest love of all is easy to achieve. Learning to love yourself, gotta be the greatest love of all. That's why I believe the children are our future. Teach them well, let them lead the way. Show them all that beauty they possess inside. Give them a sense of pride. It'll make it easier. Let the children's laughter remind us how we used to be. I said long ago, never to walk in anyone's shadows. If I fail, if I succeed, well, at least I live as I believe. No matter what they take from me, greatest love of all. And if by chance your special place that you've been dreaming of, my love, should lead you to a lonely place, just
For the humble, Dan Aykroyd, Hammer, and Billy Crystal. Ladies and gentlemen, Dan Aykroyd.
Happy birthday, sir. Of all the battles Muhammad Ali was in, his personal favorites were his battles with Howard Cosell. The relationship between Howard Cosell and Muhammad Ali was, as Howard might say, a rarefied combination of two superior individuals filtered through the spectrum of media attention. They both came from vastly different backgrounds. Cosell, an attorney with a plethora of opinions, developed his own intense style of sportscasting. Loved by some, disliked by others, he was ignored by no one. He sought out the tough competitors, and he always asked the tough questions. Ali, on the other hand, was the pin designed to puncture Cosell's balloon of pomposity. And that relationship, based on veiled admiration and visible conflict, resulted in some of the most memorable exchanges in the history of sports journalism.
Muhammad, was he doing anything differently up to the time you hit him from the first fight?
Well, Howard Cosell, what he was doing was this fella making all this noise is Howard Cosell. What he was doing, Howard.
Good luck. I hope it's not an act. I hope you mean it.
If it's an act, just look at my record and see if have the other fights been acts. Have they been acts?
Not so far.
Well, what makes you think I'm acting?
And with that final stage of the act,
this is unexpected. I didn't know you would invite me to do this. Oh, hold it. You must be on boxing position and just have a little dance like we're boxing and just for 1 second. I have to time it. And for 1 second. Right there, see?
whom would you like to fight and where and when?
I'd like to fight whoever you think's the best, the #1 man. I'd say he's Zora Foley.
I'm not sure that there's anybody left, really, for you to fight.
You.
That may come about someday. Thank you for coming
Just
by.
stay in shape.
Are you taking Zora Foley too lightly?
Why would you say that?
Because every indication has been that you're confident that you can beat Zora.
I'm confident I can whoop all of them. This ain't nothing new. My image has been confident. What you trying to make it look like something new for? I'm always confident I can whoop all of them.
You're being extremely truculent.
Whatever succulent mean, if that's good, I'm that.
Well, I'll tell you, Cosell, I've been taking oxygen because I needed the oxygen. What you will see is I won't need the oxygen tonight. I'm ready.
I want you so bad, I just get tired. I done made you great in this country, and you still popping off. I want you bad.
Oh, wait, let's get the facts straight. I made you.
You made me.
Nobody knew you.
You made me.
I took a poor little kid from Lowerville
and made me.
Let's put it on the
about you. Anybody who didn't watch football didn't know you. Come on, it gets back with the interview now.
Number 2.
The body is now aging.
You ready?
A shell of what it used to be.
What am I going to do?
The man's beset by fear. What are you going to do to George Foreman?
He just said the man's body is not what it used to be. The man is beset by fear. Talking about me. You crazy. If I had a lower IQ, I could enjoy your interview. That's close, but there ain't no sense in crying about that. But as you said, it was extraordinary. It was still a good fight.
Yeah, it was a good
But the
fight.
soccer fight, Howard, I danced 12 rounds 3 years later. I got the films if you don't believe it.
I saw it. I called it.
Well, all
you
right.
thought that fight was no contest.
You're not as dumb as you look.
Neither are you. And that's saying a lot coming from me.
Don't touch me.
What you call it?
Let's tell it like it is, right from the beginning.
I done made you famous enough. Everywhere I go, you follow me to get your name in the papers and on television. I done
You'd
made
still be stealing bikes in Louisville if
Don't
it
tell
weren't
nobody
for me.
Don't tell people I stole bikes.
Everybody's talking about Joe Frazier. Joe Frazier. There's chumps out there think Joe Frazier can beat me. I'm Muhammad Ali. I am the greatest. I brought to boxing the anchor punch, the ghetto whopper, the bolo punch, the Malaysian waltz, the double shuffle, the Russian tank, the rope-a-dope, the mirage. What's the craze? You realize we are opening up the saddle. This is live. Split screen. I talk to you, I talk to Frazier. These people will then have a chance to evaluate your courage or lack thereof. You understand?
I mean, speaking simple English, I didn't go to school. I don't understand all these big words. You're always coming up with a lot of big words. You know what I'm doing? I promise you this, and I promise the world. People want to see me slap you. They want to see me do something to you, and that's against the law. But I'll tell you what, one of these days, I promise you, the next time you get in the ring agitating with me, I hope you're there on my last fight. I swear I'm going to pull it off. Howard Cosell, show the people that you're not the man you was a few years ago.
You always said, Muhammad, you're not the man you were 10 years ago, right?
Right.
Well, I'm gonna ask your wife, are you the man you was last year?
You'll get a quick answer to that.
All of the years, all of the times together, I've enjoyed them. You're a very special man with a very special meaning
Thank you.
to all of the American people.
Thank you.
I congratulate you. It's my honor. Your name is Muhammad Ali. It's hard to believe. All the years, everything that's passed between us. It's so hard to believe and so memorable. And now, it's time to say to you, Muhammad, God bless you and happy birthday to you. You're 50 years old. I never thought that could happen. Not to you. But it has. And you know something? You are exactly who you said you are. You never wavered. You are free to be who you want to be. I love you. Happy birthday.
Boy, that was something, huh? As you all know, both of these men achieved a degree of success that marked them as tops in their field. When you reach that level, it's only natural to seek the company of others who are also tops in their field. In Ali's case, he came upon these four gentlemen, and they have been top favorites of his and all of ours for years. Ladies and gentlemen, let your hearts sing. Here are the fabulous, the one and only four.
feel great, folks.
The Four Tops, ladies and gentlemen, right here, the Four Tops. The Four Tops.
Dan, tell you what, why don't we make this a fifth top?
Come on.
One more time.
Richard and Hammer next on Muhammad Ali's 50th birthday night. Muhammad Ali's 50th birthday celebration will continue in a moment. Ladies and gentlemen, Hammer.
Muhammad Ali is a man whose life is devoted to shattering stereotypes. In a career that has violence at its core, he was a pacifist. In an occupation where the face is the main target of aggression and attack, he is still pretty. Even as a child, he had the look of someone special, someone destined for greatness. He was born Cassius Marcellus Clay on January 17, 1942, in Louisville, Kentucky. At the age of 12, he met his first boxing coach, a policeman named Joe Martin, when a traumatic event changed his life.
Somebody took his bike, and of course he was very upset about that and wanted to report it to the police. And as I was a police officer, why, someone told him, well, there's a police officer downstairs in the gymnasium, go down and tell him about it. So he was going to whip whoever found him, so I brought up the subject. I said, well, you better learn how to fight before you start challenging people that you're going to whip.
And challenged them he did. As an amateur boxer, he fought 108 bouts by the time he was 18, winning 6 Golden Glove championships and 4 national amateur titles. That same year, 1960, he tried out for the Olympic team, impressed the coaches, and was off to Rome, representing his country in the Olympic Games. In Rome, he punched his way through every match and won the gold medal.
That was the first real thrill, you know. The gold medal. When I'd had the Russian on this side of me, the silver medal, and the Polish fell on this side of me with the bronze medal, and I was standing right on the top with the pretty gold medal. That was my greatest thrill.
When young Cassius Clay returned home, he was greeted at the airport by his family and thousands of fans. He was accompanied by another Olympic star he met while in Rome. That young woman was the first American woman to win 3 gold medals in track. Ladies and gentlemen, Wilma Rudolph.
When Ali, Rayford Johnson, and I came home from the Olympics, winning our gold medals in 1960. Ali was 18 years old. I found myself one day riding with him in a car down the street in Louisville, and it was a pink Cadillac. Then we called him Cassius Clay, and you won't believe that he was standing up in the back seat. He was yelling, "I'm the greatest. I'm the greatest." Not only did he yell that he was the greatest, he would turn around and announce to all of the people that she's greater than I. And that was the first time that you'd ever admitted that I was greater than you. You see, I won 3, he won 1. And years later, there was a story going around that Muhammad Ali was refused service in a restaurant, and he threw his medal away in anger. Of course, the story was not true, because that medal meant too much to him. He never threw it away, but he did lose it. So the Olympic Committee, for his 50th birthday, is making a replica of that medal he won in 1960. It's not ready yet, but I tell you what I'm going to do, Ali. Until your medals get here, and I've thought about this all day, you can borrow one of mine, okay?
Big band. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. Don't make me come over there. There's very little that I can add to say about the champ that he hasn't already said himself. And tonight, I'd like to pay tribute to this man who is a hero of mine and many others with a piece that I wrote and last performed in 1980. And when the champ called me to come tonight, I had to do it, and I'd love to do it for you now. It's called 15 Rounds. Hello once again, everyone. The name is Howard Cosell. We're awaiting the arrival home of young 18-year-old Cassius Marcellus Clay, the young man who at the recent 1960 Rome Olympiad, right there, shocked and amused the world with his boxing ability and braggadocio, if you will. Here he is now. He's only 18 years of age. Cassius, do you plan to turn professional?
Yes, I do, Mr. Cosell. You see, nobody's ever seen nothing like me. I'm so fast, I'm so pretty. I'm so fast I can play ping pong by myself. And I'm predicting to you in that bad toupee that someday I'm gonna gain 30 pounds, I'm gonna become the heavyweight champion of the world.
Sonny Liston's not coming out. Incredibly young Cassius Clay, just as he predicted to this reporter 4 short years ago, has knocked out the man he called the Big Ugly Bear and become the new heavyweight champion of the world.
I am the greatest. I am the greatest. I am Mu-hammad Ali. I will never be known as Cassius Clay again. Cassius Clay is a slave's name. I'm now a disciple of the Honorable Elijah Muhammad. I'm now a black Muslim minister. I am now Mu-hammad Ali.
In the top of the news today, the eyes of the sports world focused on Houston, Texas, where heavyweight champion Muhammad Ali, also known as Cassius Clay, is expected today to refuse military induction on the grounds of being a religious, conscientious objector. In other news, the Vietnam buildup continues today.
I will not fight in this war, Howard. I ain't got no quarrel against no Viet Cong. This war is an unjust war. I will not fight.
Step forward when I call your name, please. Step forward when I call your name, please. Cassius Clay. Cassius Clay. Gentlemen, please, I have a brief statement. As Commissioner of the New York Boxing Association, we are issuing the following proclamation. A few hours ago, heavyweight champion Muhammad Ali, also known as Cassius Clay, refused military induction. We are hereby stripping him of the heavyweight title. Now, please. The State Department is also revoking his passport. Therefore, he will not be licensed to fight any place in the world, including exhibitions. Today, June 20th, 1967, a sad day for us all. Ali today, convicted of draft evasion, fined $10,000, sentenced to 5 years in prison. There will be an appeal.
For 3.5 years, I couldn't fight. My best years, my prime years, man, my great years. 3.5 years. I was 26, 27, 28, 29.5 years old. You know, my best years. But then, out of nowhere, the state of Georgia, 1970, give me a title, license to come back and fight Jerry Quarry. Ugly Jerry Quarry. He's ugly. He got cut at the weigh-in. And I couldn't wait. 3 rounds, boom, knock him out. Then I go to Madison Square Garden, New York City. Oscar Bonavent is big, is awkward. He comes from Argentina. 15 rounds, I go, 15 rounds, boom, left hook, knock that sucker out. And now Joe Frazier's the champion. I want Joe Frazier.
The winner and still heavyweight champion of the world, Joe Frazier.
I still think I won. Now I guess I gotta start all over again.
Today, vindication. Ali's conviction for draft evasion today overturned by the United States Supreme Court by an 8-0 vote. Ali was right. It is indeed an unjust war.
Howard, I'm free. I'm free at last. Now I can start all over again, become the heavyweight champion again.
Yesterday, an unknown heavyweight from San Diego, California, an unheralded Marine named Ken Norton, defeated Muhammad Ali and in so doing broke the ex-champion's jaw. Ali fighting 11 rounds with a severely damaged mandible. I'm in the hospital now with Ali. His jaws are wired shut. Perhaps poetic justice. But more importantly, at the age of 33, have we seen the last of the great one? Muhammad, is this the end of the line for you?
Even though the jaws wide shut, I got hit pretty good, I'm still pretty. Ain't that pretty, Howard? I got messed up a little bit, Howard. I can come back. You don't think I can come back? You and that bad thing sitting on top of your head. You don't think I can come back, huh? But I can come back. All I gotta do is start all over again.
George Foreman is down, incredibly, here in Zaire, Africa, halfway around the world. Ali, at the age of 33, has knocked out a seemingly invincible George Foreman in the 8th round and become only the 2nd man ever to regain the heavyweight title. An incredible upset. Cosell, you chump. I told you I was the greatest. October 1, 1975, Manila, the Philippines, Pearl of the South Pacific. Ali, Frazier, the 3rd time around. Frazier unable to answer the bell for the 15th round. The thriller in Manila. This was not boxing. This was a war. A big piece of Ali remained in that ring.
I fought everybody. Everybody that wants to fight me, I fought. I didn't duck nobody. I was colorful. I predicted the rounds. I was bigger than boxing. My fights were seen all over the world. I fought Joe Frazier 3 times. I fought Ken Norton 3 times and sat through Mandingo twice. I was tougher than fine earned shavers. I was bigger than... Every place I go, they know me. I go to Bangladesh, they yell Ali. I go to Africa, they yell Ali Bombaya. I go to Russia, I seen Brezhnev in person. Carter couldn't get him on the phone. I'm 36 years of age. I'm 36, still pretty. Ain't that something, 36 years of age looking like me? And they say that I'm slowing down. Hell, I'm still so fast. I can turn out the lights in my bedroom, be in the bed before the room gets dark. The only thing that can whoop me now is Father Time.
It's over. Young Leon Spinks, with only 8 professional fights, has decision of seemingly aging Muhammad Ali here in Las Vegas. An incredible upset, so much like the young Cassius Clay 14 years ago in that ring in Miami Beach. The champ is dead. Long live the champ.
He surprised me, that Spinks. You know, I guess that's the only thing that I can tell you, Howard, about that fight. You know, I didn't train like I wanted to train. You know, didn't do the things in the ring that I wanted to do. You know, I just gave up too much. I gave the ugly sucker the first 7 rounds, and I tried to come back, you know. Hell, I figured he was so ugly, ain't no way he could beat me. Oh, Leon. They took away his driver's license. He walked into a telephone pole. Everybody's saying to me now, they're saying, hey, champ, you know, you must feel bad that you ain't no champ no more, you know? But, you know, you lost to some kid who looked like he had a train run through his face. And I say, hey, man, I ain't got nothing to be sorry about. You see, everybody in life suffers a loss. It's the one who can overcome the loss and make a success of himself that's really doing something with his life. As I look back over my career, I was heavyweight champion 14 years ago, man. Ain't that something? 14 years ago. I've had a great life. Allah's been good to me. 59 professional fights, made a lot of money, got beautiful kids, great family. I got everything to look forward to. But something's eating at me. I don't want to go out losing to no Leon Spinks with 8 professional fights. I don't want to be remembered as being out of shape in that ring of Las Vegas. I want him one more time. I'm gonna do it. I'm 36 years of age, my body's tired, I don't like training very much, but starting tomorrow, I'm getting in shape for the rematch with Leon. I'm getting up early, I'm gonna run with the moon. I'm gonna start hitting the table, do my push-up, do my sit-up, do whatever I have to do. I'm gonna take every kind of punch and do what I have to do, because I'm gonna win. I'm gonna be the first man ever to win the title for the 3rd time. Nobody's ever done nothing like that. But then again, nobody's ever been anything quite like me. And I'm predicting that I'm gonna do it. Because I wanna be the heavyweight champion for the 3rd time. Because I can do it. And you can do it too. No matter what you is in life, no matter what color, no matter what religion, it's never too late to start all over again. Never forget that. And you never forget me. I am the greatest of all time.
Blair Under-wood.
He walked with a grace that belied his size. This powerful man with a glint in his eyes. In the ring, a study of purpose and skill, a triumph of talent and training and will. A master of arts in the art of defense, a master of building a spell of suspense. Outside of the ring, away from the crowd, a soft-spoken man, part humble, part proud. The boasts and the threats were part of a plan to psych the opponent, not part of the man. The man had the fears that accompany all who go into battle and know they may fall. Yes, fear was the enemy each time to face, and fear the opponent he kept in his place. His courage was tested again and again by those who were deemed to be men amongst men. The worthy opponents who fought toe to toe, who gave not an inch as they'd trade, blow for blow. He met them, he fought them, and then he'd collect that treasure of treasures, the gift of respect. The word and the deed soon became intertwined, the mouth and the fist, the body and the mind, the legend and fact, the image, the truth, the wisdom of age and the sparkle of youth were spread on a canvas for all to behold. The power of steel beneath the glitter of gold. Success, you see, was his constant companion, his friend. It seemed like good fortune was his without end, but even the greatest must face that grim day, the day the decisions stopped falling his way. And Ali, champion, the best of the best, found he too was vulnerable, just like the rest. But even when times were exceedingly rough, he never lost heart or cried out, "It's enough." And time came around, and time cleared his name, and time saw him gain even greater acclaim by doing what no other person had done. He fought for his heavyweight crown, and he won. And now, as we gather to praise and to cheer this man who has come to his 50th year, we say for the world that has come to agree, thank Allah, thank God, for Muhammad Ali. And now, here's the real star of the Cosby Show, a very special friend of Muhammad Ali's, Raven Simone.
Thank you very much.
You're very welcome.
Now you stay right here.
I will do that. Yes, ma'am.
Are you having a good birthday?
Lovely.
Me and my daddy wrote this poem, and I would like to say it.
Can I hear it?
I love you when you call me up to say how was my day. I love you when you come to town and take me out to play. I love you when you show me magic and then tell me how it's done. You're my hero and my friend, and I think you're number one. I love you even when you're not around, because you're always in my heart. I love you when we act so silly. I hope we never part. Happy birthday to you, my buddy. Happy birthday to you, my friend. I hope your birthdays never stop. I hope our friendship never ends. I love you, Muhammad Ali. Happy 50th birthday. Did you like it?
I'm trying to stop, keep on crying.
Now here are the Pointer Sisters, just for you.
I don't want to take it anymore. I'll just stay locked behind the door. Just no time to stop and get away. 'Cause I work so hard to make it every day. Woo-hoo. Woo-hoo. And it's hard to say just how some things never change. And it's hard to find any strength to draw the line. Oh, I'm just burning, doing neutron dance. I'm just burning, doing neutron dance. Woo. Yeah, said I'm on fire, yeah, and it's hard to say just how something never changes, and it's hard to find, and it's straight to the line. Well, I'm just burning, burning up my dance. I'm just burning, doing the neutron dance. I know there's a part of over me. Hey, all I've got to do is just believe. Oh, I'm so happy, I'm doing a neutron dance. And I'm just burning, I'm doing a neutron dance. Well, I'm so happy, I'm doing a neutron dance. Oh, yeah. And I'm just burning, I'm doing a neutron dance. Well. Ooh, it's all over me. Yes, I am. Well, I'm so happy, I'm doing a neutron dance. Oh, I'm just burning, I'm doing a neutron dance. Yeah. Ooh. I'm so happy, in my hand. I'm just burning, in my feet. I'm so happy, follow me. I'm just burning, and I can't help myself. I'm so happy, yeah. I'm just burning, oh yeah. I'm so happy, yeah. I'm just burning, oh yeah. I'm so happy, doing a neutron dance. And I'm just burning, doing a neutron dance.
Tonight's event is being staged to benefit the United Negro College Fund. "41 colleges and universities across the United States are affiliated with this organization, providing higher education to young people of all races and religions. The UNCF, started in 1944, has been responsible for educating thousands of students who have gone on to become leaders in business, in the professions, and in their communities. We are proud to be a part of this event tonight, knowing that it will help to further the cause of education in the United States. Thank you.
And now, the one, the only, Little Richard.
You just said that loud enough. Say it again, honey. The king. Thank you. You know I'm for real about this thing. And I love you. Happy birthday, baby. I'm in my 50s too. I know how it feels. Shut up. I can hardly wait to get out here to play this song for you. We finna go.
Sinbad, Ella Fitzgerald, and Diana Ross. Ladies and gentlemen, Sinbad.
Oh, man. Muhammad Ali, the greatest comedian of all time. I'm gonna tell you. See, we didn't just learn from you from boxing. I used to watch you for comedy. And he used to predict knocking people out. Think about this. People wasn't fighting to win. They just didn't want to get knocked out when Ali said he was going to knock them out. In 4, you're going to hit the floor. People like this, I'm going to 5, Jack. I ain't getting hit. I'm going to 5. And also, boxing is the only sport. See, basketball, football, I play basketball, you can blame a loss on your teammates. You know, you go out after the game. If they had passed me the ball, we might could have won the game. In boxing, you can't talk about nobody. You gotta, and the thing is, they're waiting for you at the interview too. You've been knocked out, and you come out, well, what happened? I got knocked down. But you can't say it like that. Boxers never admit when they lose. You ever notice that? Boxers would never say, man, I got outboxed, he beat me up. They come out there, his eye closed. I can't believe they stopped the fight. Just because my eye was closed. I have trained with one eye for the last year. I was using the eye dope technique. And Ali was a good dancer. He was the hammer of boxing. The man was the hammer of boxing. And as much as you dance in the ring, I've seen photos and videos of you dancing, you can't dance. The man can dance in the ring. He'd be in there, you get him on the club, he'd be. Ali, all off beat. I was ashamed. I said, champ, sit down. Champ, sit down. Had his own style. Hit somebody, champ. Hit somebody on the floor. Oh, man. But I tell you, Muhammad Ali is something special, man. He lives around the place in Berrien Springs, Michigan, by my home. And we used to hear he would go to Baskin Robbins. This is the only man, children would go out in the snow, 50 below zero, waiting to see this man. And the man would speak to, Ali, the only person, I guess you don't need a bodyguard when you beat people up. Ali would walk by himself to get ice cream and the kids, and he would sign autographs for everybody and hit all the children. Sometimes you hit the children hard. You didn't know, Ali. You knocked some of us down. He'd be playing boom, like, oh, thanks. Thanks, Ali, thanks. No, don't help me up. Don't help me up. I couldn't train like a boxer. Could you see training like, you got to train what? 8, 9 months for a fight? Can you see that training for 8 months and get knocked down in the first round? How do you explain that to your family? You've flown your family out to the fight. They're getting popcorn. All of a sudden, he's down. You're like, what? I was trying to get a hot dog. When did he go down? And then how you gonna give an interview after you get knocked down in the first round? I was in shape, my hands felt good, my face felt good, my legs just quit. They just quit. That was the hardest 30 seconds of my life. I'm gonna tell you something that I've never said before. I tell you, I will box anybody for $5 million. Boxing has gone up so much in price, man. Ali, can you see the money they're making now? Give me $5 million, I'll fight anybody. I'll fight you for $5 million. And I'll just hit the floor when you come in. Fight! Where's my check? Where's my check? And think about jump rope. Remember before, we used to think jumping rope was for women. Till I started watching boxers, man, y'all be. I tried that. You hurt a lot of children. I went home. Plastic rope hit you upside your face. I went to school with lacerations across my face because I wanted to be like Muhammad Ali. But tonight I want to say something I never said to the champ before. To me and mine, you're the greatest that ever lived. I tell you, man, I love you. And something I never ever tell you to now because you can't catch me. You got some fine daughters. I want you to know that. Fine. I love you, champ.
And now, from the TV series Rock, here is Charles Dutton.
Muhammad Ali was the only champion who ever had the nerve or the confidence to predict not only his victory, but the round in which it would occur. He said what he would do, and he did what he said. It added an extra dimension of interest to his fights, and more often than not, he made good on his predictions.
My plan of attack on a fighter like Alec Midtef would be 2 fast left jabs, a rapid right cross, and a left hook. And if he's still standing and the referee is not holding him up, then I'm going to run. Yes, that was my first time knocked down as a professional. I had to get up to take care of things after that because it was rather embarrassing me on the floor. And as you know, I think that I'm the greatest, and I'm not supposed to be on the floor, so I had to get up and put him on out in 4, as I predicted. But Archie Moore is going around popping off, saying he's inventing a lip buttoner for me. See, I've earned a reputation as the Louisville lip. Well, since he's going to invent a punch called the lip buttoner, and I'm the one who usually does the popping off, but he's starting, so I cut this from 8 rounds to 4 rounds.
Let me see you close your mouth and just keep it closed.
Well, you know that's impossible.
No, keep it closed.
You know that's impossible. I'm the greatest. And I'm knocking out all bums. And if you get too small, I'll knock you out.
Now close your mouth, but just let me see you keep it closed for 10 seconds.
Well, that's impossible. You know that's impossible. Henry Cooper's nothing to me. If this bum go over 5 rounds, I won't return to the United States for 30 days. Right, bodyguard? Right.
But now round 5 is the round in which Clay said he would beat Cooper. Oh, and now Cooper's left eye is really in a shocking state. And I think Tommy Little will have to stop this because Cooper's eye is really in an absolutely appalling state.
I walked into London, England. I jumped out the airplane. Picture, cameramen, everywhere I go. You can look in the gym today. The TV, the cameramen, everybody follows me. I'm so great.
When we return, the Alley State Robin continues with Tony Danza and Ella Fitzgerald. And now, another legend of the boxing ring, Sugar Ray Leonard.
Many fighters have quit boxing and have gone on to careers in show business. One actor who quit fighting just in the nick of time is the star of Who's the Boss? Weighing in at 160 pounds from Euclid and Pinkin Avenue in Brooklyn, wearing a black Armani tuxedo, Tony Danza.
I'm gonna sit down and talk a while. You know, as I grew up, I idolized you, especially when I was fighting. I really idolized you. And I actually had a little incident with you. You know, we actually trained at the same gym for a fight once. In 1977, you were training at Gleason's gym in New York, and you were training for Kenny Norton at Yankee Stadium. That was me, yeah. You were training for Kenny Norton at Yankee Stadium, and I was training for a guy named Billy Perez at Prospect Hall in Brooklyn. A little different venue. Anyway, the first day that we were there together, I couldn't wait to see you. So I was in the ring warming up, you know, and I was waiting for you to come down, and the place was jammed. It was like the Ali Road Show, of course. And finally you appeared. You started coming down the stairs, and for a second, I thought you looked right at me. You know, and then I said, nah, can't be looking at me. And I went back to warming up, and you weren't looking at me. You came right over to me. You came right down over to me, got me in a headlock, started giving me noogies, and told me to go back to school, white boy, because this game wasn't for me. It was me. Then, a year later, I'm doing taxi. And I met this guy, and he said to me, you wanted to see me. So I took a shot and went with him. He sent me to the door, I rang the bell, and you answered the door. And immediately, we started slap fighting. You know, it was like, yeah, that was me too. and I hung out with you for the rest of the day. And that day, you had just gotten a new Corniche, a convertible Rolls Royce. And that was the first time I'd ever seen a car phone. You know what I mean? I never saw a car phone before. He had one in the car, so I asked him, could I use the phone? Because I wanted to call somebody and tell them who I was with. So you said, go ahead, use the phone. So I called Danny DeVito. So I said, Danny, you won't believe this. I'm with Muhammad Ali. Click, he hung up on me. So I had you call him back. You called him back. You said, Danny, this is Muhammad Ali. He hung up on you too. Those are my two stories. I think it's time for me to show that clip there, champ. Excuse me a second. This here is a speed bag, and every fighter who ever trained, you know, entered the ring, I mean, trained on one of these. And some fighters could do it real well, and others, like the first heavyweight champion of the world, John L. Sullivan, could hardly do it at all.
The first heavyweight champion, John L. Sullivan, was a turn-of-the-century legend, but not on the bag. Jack Johnson, one of the all-time greats of the division, had more style than John L., as you can see. Now, Jack Dempsey, looks good, who spent 7 years in terror, practiced timing on the speed bag. Joe Louis, who took out 25 opponents in title fights, first had to master this skill. Even The Rock, Rocky Marciano, a fighter known more for brute strength and grace, did his workouts with the bag. But it took many generations for boxing to produce the most exciting, most unpredictable, by far the most innovative, and unquestionably the fastest world heavyweight champion in all the history of boxing. He is the magnificent Muhammad Ali.
Oh, did you see that? Ali was brilliant, of course, on the speed bag, you know. Not like the rest of those guys, huh? Anyway, since I'm here to give you a little demonstration of the different apparati, anyway, let's see if I can still do the... That's the first sound you hear when you walk into a gym. It's the sound of the speed bag, you know. And I mean, each fighter has his own way of doing it, and it's sort of like dancing, isn't it? Let's see. Next we have the jump rope. A jump rope, I mean, you've heard of aerobics? Well, this is aerobic. Now, some guys, of course, can cross it. Pretty good. Some guys can make it go twice. And some guys can even make it go 3 times. It's unbelievable. He's a show off, this guy. Yeah. Me? Oh, I don't know. Really? You think so? All right, let's see this. Let's see. I haven't done this in a while. Not bad. Oh! There you go. Thanks, Paul. And last but not least, get the heavy bag. Now, the heavy bag is, Ronnie, do me a favor, hang on to that for me. Heavy bag is a little different. I mean, I spent hours on this. It builds power, builds strength, and it also has its own rhythm. Sort of like dancing. Let's see. Ba, 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 ba. Ba, 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 ba. Ba, ba. That hurt you? No, I don't think... Okay. So those are the sounds that you hear when you're in the gym, and those are the things we use in the gym. Of course, Ali, he added to those sounds. He turned it into sort of a ballet. Now, we couldn't do it like him, but we practiced real hard, and we tried, and we would drill our combinations. Left, right, left, right, left, left. Left, right, left, right, left, left. Right, left, right, left, right, right. Right, left, right, right. Body, head, chin. Body, head, chin. Shoe shine. Boom, dig. Dig. Jab. Dig. Dig. Jab. Double hook right. Left, right. Move. Left, right, left. Move. Hey. Shoe shot. Boom. Shoe shot. Boom. Shoe shot. Boom. Thank you. The guys, the good guys.
Tony. Yeah. That was pretty good.
Thanks, man.
I mean, apparently you've done this before.
Well, that was a little bit. I'm 40 now, you know.
Hey, champ. Remember you told Tony to retire? Just a week later, tough Tony took on Felix Perez.
I think his name was Billy.
Check it out.
This is the main event. And there is Tough Tony Danza in the white trunks with a black stripe. He's quite a local favorite. So let's watch this one. Let's see how these boys feel each other out. What are they trying to find out about each other, Harold?
Well, the first thing that they try to find out, the opening round is usually the feel-out round, where they feel each other out. But evidently, Tony Danza doesn't feel like feeling anybody out. Tony Danza is all ready to start throwing bombs, which he's doing right now.
44 seconds of the first round. Tony Danza back his man up.
Tony Danza is a murderous puncher.
Champ, many, many happy returns. I love you so much. Happy birthday.
Ladies and gentlemen, Joe Frazier, Ken Norton, and the all-time champion of the world, Ella Fitzgerald.
Be wise, be smart. He's too close for comfort. Behave, my heart. He's too close for comfort. Be wise, be smart. Behave, my heart. Don't upset your card when he's so close. Be soft, be sweet, but be discreet. Don't go off your beat. He's too close for comfort. Too close for comfort. Whee! Not again. Too close to know just when. To say when. Be firm, be fair, be sure, beware on your guard. Take care. While there's such temptation, one thing leads to another. Too late to run for cover. He's much too close for comfort now. One thing leads to another. Too late to run for cover. He's much too close for comfort now. One thing leads to another. Too late to run for cover. He's much too close for comfort. Woo!
Muhammad Ali's 50th birthday bash will continue with May Ali and Hammer.
For sheer dramatic impact and intensity, there's never been anything in the boxing world to match the 3 historic meetings between Muhammad Ali and Smokin Joe Frazier. The bouts lived up to the hype and surpassed it as the 2 gladiators matched skill, power, and endurance in a triple test of courage and heart.
I have the belt in my living room that John L. Sullivan had, Jack Dempsey, Rocky Marciano, Gene Tooney, Jack Johnson. Traditionally, I have the real belt. And for Joe Frazier to be a champion, he's got to beat me. See, those eliminations were only imitations. He's not the real champion.
He will be easy to hit. He will not be as much trouble or as awkward as Oscar Bonavino. You're not fighting Oscar Bonavino. You're not fighting Sonny Liston. You fighting Joe Frazier.
Joe's gonna come out smoking, and I ain't gonna be joking. I'll be pecking and a poking, pouring water on his smoking. Then this might shock and amaze you, but I will destroy Joe Frazier.
1 minute to go in round 1. Frazier is smiling as he takes those jabs.
First fight went the full 15 rounds, and fight fans saw the best of boxing between two undefeated heavyweight champions.
Time is important here.
The decision was unanimous. Joe Frazier retained the heavyweight championship.
Last night he said that he didn't think you wanted to fight him again.
Oh, how wrong he is.
You know what I mean? Every time you throw a punch, you know, don't you know, oh, God. And I got under some of them questions, I said, well, God, you're going to get whipped tonight.
A rematch was in the making when Frazier interrupted Ali's training for the Jimmy Ellis fight.
What you gonna do, watch me train? Okay, you take a seat, because I'm gonna do some boxing. I'm gonna show you what you gonna see. You know what you're gonna see. You're gonna see all that your eyes will allow you to see. You better quit clowning and go and train. I hit him in a combination 8th round. I said, he wouldn't fall. I said, are you crazy? What's the matter?
Yelling distance of each other.
Muhammad Ali regained the undisputed championship in their second fight and set up the memorable Thriller in Manila.
3 years I've been handing that maybe a little longer, you know. I'm aware now that, you know, the guy got a couple loose screws someplace, you know what I mean?
They still think Joe Frazier can beat me. And I got his conscience right here to keep me on guard. See, here's the way he looks when you hit him. All night, that's all it is to me. Come on, girl, we in Manila.
At the end of the 14th round, Frazier's corner decided he wouldn't be coming out at the bell in the 15th.
I think it's going to be over. It's all over.
Ali later commented on this fight. It was like death, the closest thing to dying that I know of. Joe Frazier brings out the best in me, and God bless him. It was a rivalry between two courageous athletes that will never be forgotten.
Rap, the music of the 90s, evolved from the back streets of urban America to become the anthem of a generation, making social, political, and artistic statements about things that are important to the artist, set into a rhyme and backed by a solid beat. 30 years ago, before I was even thought about, there was a man grabbing attention around the world, rhyming things that were important to him, with the uncanny ability to turn every phrase into a memorable line of poetry, which I like to think of as the roots of rap. He reinforced his message with fancy footwork to this day that remains unparalleled. All during this time, a little girl watched and listened and learned. Now she has taken the words of the great one, added some words of her own, and got the beat going pretty good. She comes with great credentials, being the daughter of the birthday boy himself, a rap artist who is making her own claim to fame in the record business. Please welcome May-May.
I am the greatest. And I want the world and the cameras to hear. Who's the heavyweight champion of the world? I didn't only beat the man, but I told him what round he would go down.
It's time for me to dedicate this jam to a man who nurtured my mind and helped me understand how to stand on your own too. That's what you gotta do, cause if you don't, your morale is through. Hip-hop is about a man we all know of, remembering to stand in his golden gloves, the world heavyweight champion. 3 times, he busted his opinions and wrote for dope rhymes for the public to hear, witty and dignified spirit, using speech on the hook, catching the press and they bit. It's about that time to unravel the history of a man we call Muhammad Ali.
I am the greatest. Float like a butterfly and sting like a bee. If you want to go to heaven, I'll get him in stuff. Rumble, young man, rumble. They all will fall in the round I call. Float like a butterfly and sting like a bee. If he keeps talking jive, I'll cut him to 5. Rumble, young man, rumble. They all will fall in the round I call. Round.
Beginning in Louisville at age 12, his bike was stolen. He wanted to catch the thief to make his eyes swollen. Experiences like this called for some protection. Therefore, he kicked it to the gym to learn to fight. become an American hero. It's true he boxed with dynamite power, brain skills, and guts 100 miles per hour, rhyming and predicting to his potential. Dissing the opponent was very essential. Float like a butterfly, sting like a bee. Your hands can't hear what your eyes can't see.
I am the greatest. Float like a butterfly and sting like a bee. I'm fast, I'm pretty. Rumble, young man, rumble. And can't possibly be beat. Float like a butterfly and sting like a bee. I'm fast, I'm pretty. Rumble, young man, rumble. And can't possibly be beat.
I am a Muslim. That's my religion now. My name is no longer Cassius Clay.
Now, draft is another thing that's against my religious belief.
You can't blame a black man for wanting to leave all this mistreatment. You must be crazy.
Man, I'm going to fight it legally. If I lose it, I'm just going to jail.
Round 3.
Reciting and quoting, sometimes Ali was joking, but when he stood up for his religion, people started choking. Although success brought him much fame, he still announced to the world of his new Muslim name. No more Cassius Clay, now Muhammad Ali. Brought him respect, eventually standing up for his rights against Vietnam War, regardless of what the government had in store. Cause he was the people's champ in every way. Every time he saw him, he had something to say. Like if he told you about that knockout in 3, he proved it to the world for them all to see.
I am the greatest. Float like a butterfly and sing like a bee. Come on, girl, we in the north. Rumble, young man, rumble. I'm a poet, I'm a prophet. Float like a butterfly and sing like a bee. The world champ should be pretty like me. Rumble, young man, rumble. Man said, break it up. I said, there he is.
My father said of me on TV with no hesitation.
So this little girl is going to come the future generation.
The Ali Shuffle was a plan that he could understand.
I'm the fastest thing on 2 feet, man.
For those who tried to out-talk him, got read like a book. All he would say,
You're not as dumb as you look.
He brought excitement to boxing, that's why he led.
If it wasn't for me, the game would be dead.
Pop talked about himself and was having a ball.
I'm going to be known as the greatest of them all.
And you are, Daddy. You're the greatest. I love you. Mwah.
Like a butterfly and sing like a bee. I'm fast, I'm pretty. Rumble, young man, rumble. And can't possibly be beat. Float like a butterfly and sing like a bee. I'm fast, I'm pretty. Rumble, young man, rumble. You like to lose your money? Be a fool and bet on Dutton. I don't care how small the ring is. I'll fight that chump in a telephone booth. Beat him like I'm his daddy. I predicted he will go in 8 to prove that I am great. And if he want to go to heaven, I'll get him in 7. These represent dynamite. There you are. Now you must fall.
Coming up next, Diana Ross and Nelson Mandela. Ladies and gentlemen, Diana Ross.
Now down in every heart there are 2 voices. One is for the wrong, one's for the right. But never do you have to fear with this as armor. For good always wins the fight. What's that force behind the power that wakes you each day? What's that force behind the power? Chases evil away. What's that force behind the power? Puts a smile on your face. It is
tune for a few words from Nelson Mandela and Muhammad Ali.
We have all just enjoyed a wonderful tribute to you, my good friend. Your courage and determination have made you an outstanding champion. You are also a man who not only took a stand against the war, but you are opposed to bigotry, inequality, and injustice among all people throughout the world. It is only fitting that the proceeds from this event are going to the United Negro College Fund. And that memories of this event will live with us forever. Congratulations and happy birthday, my friend. As one boxer to another, you are a knockout expert. As far as life is concerned, you will always remain the undefeated heavyweight champion of the whole world.
Ladies and gentlemen, the birthday boy, the greatest, Muhammad Ali. I don't think the evening would be complete without a few words from the greatest of all time.
I'd just like to say I thank everyone for being here. I'm really emotional. I didn't believe that they would take so much time to spend so much time on me.
All my wife, my friends, Howard Bingham, they all deceived me. They wouldn't tell me what was happening. I'm just now finding out who's going to be here. So I'll take care of them later. I have one announcement to make. I know it might shock you, but I got a big announcement to make. It's going to shock you. You're going to say I'm too old. I shall return.
Continental is pleased to provide transportation for this evening's telecast. Continental across the Atlantic, Pacific, and throughout the United States. One airline can make a difference. Accommodations provided by Merv Griffin's Beverly Hilton, the social and business hub of Beverly Hills. The Beverly Hilton, in the heart of Beverly Hills.
This is Joan London.
And Charles Gibson.
Indoor air pollution. This week, how do you know if your home is a health risk?
Then how to avoid the Michelangelo computer virus. Also Richard Lewis and Willie Nelson on Good Morning America.